Maybe Drizzy will see that.
Been a student of the careers of
Maybe
Sandy
he'll see it.
Berger
Maybe he
and
won't.
David Petraeus and decided
Let's
to
go back.
keep the
Let's go back
documents
to
was his
Sandy.
way to the front.
Let's go back to Sandy Berger. When this happened,
Sandy
Clinton was
Berger.
not in the White House. George W. was. Is that correct?
Salty crackers.
That's correct.
And
This is-
Sandy, who has since passed away, had a top secret security clearance from his days as the national security advisor. And he used that top secret security clearance to get into the
Frank,
archives,
is Frank in
into
here?
the presidential papers,
I don't see Frank.
into the top secret stuff, put it in his underwear.
I don't
and
see
take it.
Frank. Y'all, if you're over here on YouTube watching,
And when
go
the
to
guilty
kick.com.
plea was accepted,
Kick.com/Jamie Chapman.
he surrendered his top secret security clearance.
But we don't
for
do
3
YouTube
years,
all
and
the
then he
time
got
over
it
here.
back.
Right.
Just sometimes.
And the prosecutor-
Frank, where you see Gibson? I mean,
And the
Gibson, where you see Frank
prosecutor
at?
who agreed to this was made a federal judge by George W. Bush. But tell me this stuff
Daphne, you
wasn't
should have
all
OG badge. Where's the hold on a
planned
minute?
out so that it was a
I think you
win-win-win
gotta do
for
something.
everybody involved. Win for Bill Clinton because the document is gone forever.
Gibson, tell her how to
Win
get
for
the OG
Sandy
badge,
Berger,
because you got to do
because
something
there was
on
no
your
permanent loss
your
of,
thing to get it.
of national security
You got it. I've already given it to you.
clearance, and there was no incarceration. And win for George W. I guess did a favor for Bill.
Yeah. It is. It's
That's just
important.
crazy that they're trying to say that Hillary Clinton did something wrong. She didn't do nothing wrong. Hillary Clinton was trying to break down the glass ceiling. That's what we should allow to happen. Women should be able to crash the glass ceiling, and they can do anything men can do. But we do it better. Biden's nomination for Secretary of Labor never owned a business and lost $31 billion in California in fraudulent unemployment benefits. Even Mitt Romney thinks he's not the right person for the job. On Thursday, Biden's pick for Labor Secretary was in front of the House Senate. Even Democrats and Mitt Romney had consternations with Biden's pick. Julie Sue. No. You got the wrong name there, girl.
Have you ever been an employer of a business? It's yes or no. I'm sorry.
I have not, Senator, but
Okay.
my parents have,
Have
and my family.
Have you ever done it?
I have
then,
not.
Then you don't understand what it's like, how hard it is to actually sit awake at night trying to figure out how you're going to man a job when you don't have the people there and you know you're going to have to do it. Have you ever created or balanced a budget for a business?
You see that, Daphne? Hey,
Yes or no.
Jennifer.
These are yes or no.
Melissa,
I'm
hello.
doing as quick as I can. I'm going to take that as a no. Have you ever acquired or sold a business?
No, she ain't.
I have not, Senator.
She's
Okay.
not.
Have you ever had to raise capital in order to
No,
launch a new
she ain't.
business?
I have not, Senator.
Which goes back to one of your comments that you wrote.
Y'all over here in the YouTube channel, Jamie Chapman, kick.com/Jamie Chapman, because we don't stream our show on here no more, because YouTube some commie pinko sons of bitches.
Wrote about that I'll get to later.
And we're just doing this right now because we're not talking about nothing. This is the news. I'm just playing the news and commenting on it.
Have you ever had to provide quarterly reports?
Says you had no global badges?
Senator, I have not
Okay.
done these things.
And I'm just going. This is
Well, if
what
you ain't
the
done them, then you
chairman
ain't
said.
done
You
them.
actually say with a straight face, is
How
qualified.
in the
These are the points
hell?
we're trying to make. Have you ever decided which health insurance plan you're going to offer to employees?
Senator, if I may,
No, I'm
If
just
I'm
going through these because I'm making a point.
Badges.
The chairman's the one that threw down the gauntlet.
Stinking
I dare
badges. We
everybody
don't
to
need
say
no
this with a
stinking
straight
badges.
face. I'm just trying to make a point here. So have you ever
I have not
Okay.
chosen a health insurance plan for an employee.
have you ever had an employee file workers' comp that you had to either work with or fight against?
As an employer, no.
User already has a badge for this channel, is what it's telling me, Daphne.
I do based on my work
But
in
you
It's
never
telling me
actually
you already
apply
got it.
to
So
your
you
bottom
got-
line
it's
to
something to
figure
do
out
in
what
the
profit
thing
margins
over there, how they're doing
and-
it.
And bottom line's going to be. Have you ever filed taxes on behalf of business?
If Drizzy gets on here, I'll see if he can
Have you ever had to
fix it up
comply
for you.
with federal regulations on a small business?
No.
So it's really hard to understand what it's like when you're getting mandated regulations coming at you.
Yeah, she don't
Have
know
you
what's
ever
going on.
have you ever had your business model threatened by the federal government's overreach of regulations?
I have.
No,
I
Senator.
see, I have, and that's what drove me here today.
To come up in here and talk to you about what you ain't been doing. And it's like she don't have the OG badge. You got an OG badge, Devin. We know you OG. See, why is it making me do the F11? I don't understand that. Trump warns that he's the only 2024 candidate who can prevent World War III. Seems like a lot of them over there want to have World War III. Why? Population control. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. President Trump stops for pizza in Fort Myers, Florida, with Rep. Byron Donalds. Crowd cheers USA, US. Let's see this, because we don't ever see this with our great president that we have now, Joe Biden. Best one we've ever had. But we don't ever see this sort of people coming out and cheering for him and shit. Don't never see him come out. Joe Biden, let's go, Joe Biden. We love you, baby. We don't ever see that for Joe Biden. Why is that? 81 million people, and we can't get like 6 or 7 out there just to cheer him and say, we love you, Joe. We love you, Joe. I'm going to say it right here on the show. We love you, Joe. So YouTube don't get me. I love Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton. Anybody Democrat, I love them. Republicans suck. Republicans suck. Ooh, they suck. That'll put me in the algorithm right there. Ooh, they'll be pushing that shit out to channels for people to watch. Because I'm talking shit about the Republican Party, which should be talked about daily. How evil and corrupt they are. They hate people. Who do they hate? Everybody but Republicans. They want to kill grandmas, take away their Social Security, push them off a cliff. Let me borrow $5. That's what I'd ask him. I said, can I borrow $5? Hey, big man, let me hold $1. He's going to open up the pizza and he's going to start slinging pieces across there like that. Like they're Frisbees. But it's not a whole pizza. Because it's cut up. He's taking slices and slinging them. People snatching them out there. Oh, that's lovely. I wish somebody would show Joe some love like that. Why won't they show Joe no love? Joe's just as good a president as President Trump was. Probably better. Netflix Cleopatra director admits she was using the show to drive agenda as a lawsuit looms. That's because they made the Cleopatra black. Oh, they did that to the mermaid. They turned her black. What? One of the most polarizing topics of all in all of entertainment is race swapping or intentionally changing the race of established characters. Some notable recent examples of race swapping include Velma on Scooby-Doo. They turned her into a lesbian and black. She went from being white to Indian. The Little Mermaid, Indian. The Little Mermaid, yes, she's half fish, but her human half has gone from white to black. And a whole medley of characters from Peter Pan. Peter Pan. They didn't come in and change Peter Pan's people up. Crocodile is now a hippo. You know the crocodile that bit off Hook's hand? He's now a hippo. Zebra hippo. You'll note that all these characters are fictitious. It's much easier to claim creative license when tweaking a person who's never actually existed. In a more recent twin, however, filmmakers are race swapping real people. Cleopatra. High-profile example involves a newly announced Cleopatra documentary series coming to Netflix. For the unaware, Cleopatra's ancestry is traced to the Macedonia Ptolemaic dynasty. And not to delve too deep into pigmentation, but people of Macedonia descent are generally considered bronze, olive, or honey skin. Look at my honey skin. I got some honey skin right there, boy. I get out there in the sunlight and I look like an Indian. That's how tan I get. Not sunburned. No, not like them white devils that comes across from Europe. I tan, because I got Cherokee in me. Cherokee Indian. Because I was a Choctaw outlaw. Cherokee Indian Choctaw. What is that song? What is that song? I'm a Choctaw Outlaw. What is that song? And yet, if you watch the trailer of Queen Cleopatra, you'll notice that the eponymous Egyptian monarch is neither bronze, olive, nor honey skin. Is a black actress, a white. Nope. Take that trash off of here. This is on Netflix.
There was a time long ago.
Long ago time, in a land far, far away, we had Jabba the Hutt. He was a slave trader,
When women ruled.
human trafficker. He wasn't trafficking aliens, he was trafficking humans. They had my man Han Solo frozen because he owed him money because of the parsec. He didn't run the parsec in something. He borrowed some money to soup up what is his name? It wasn't Battlestar Galactica. What was the name of his ship? Butch, what was the name of his ship? In Star Wars, Han Solo's ship. It was the fastest one out there, but he had souped it up. He had borrowed some money from Jabba the Hutt to go down to the hot rod store, and I think he was putting nitrous on it or something. He had big nitrous bottles in there, and he had a switch on there, and he said, "Y'all boys ready?" And he go hit that switch, and that nitrous would shoot to the engine, and that thing would take off.
Unparalleled power. As warriors, queens, mothers of nations.
Mothers of Nations.
And there is none.
Executive producer Jada Pinkett Smith, the lady that's been known to sleep with her son's friends. I think she's bald. She's got some kind of disease that made her bald. But don't make fun of her because Will Smith will slap the dog shit out of you on national TV right there in front of everybody. He'll, you better keep my wife's name out of your mouth. Well, she had somebody's dick in her mouth. What? And then they put that shit on TV. She was interviewing Will Smith about it. How did you feel when I was making love to our son's friend? Did that make you angry, Will? He said, "Oh yeah, it did." And then Will went back to one of them roles he played.
The more I.
He said, "I loved it when I was up here in New York City is where he was at, and that's when they had blowed the bridges up and stuff, and that zombies was running around, and he had a dog. His son had a dog. He put his son and wife on the helicopter, and the little boy said, 'Here, Pa, keep my dog with you. He'll keep you safe.' It was a puppy, and Will said, 'All right, I'll keep it. I got it. I'll catch the next one out, next helicopter out.' And then the helicopter took off. And Will sitting there watching it from the landing pad where everybody's trying to get on the helicopter. Looks sort of like when our embassies are trying to get out, and then Joe Biden goes, 'We can't help you. You're on your own.' Happened in several places. Afghanistan was one. Where was the other one at? Sudan. Right now. That's going on right now. And he's out there with that puppy. He's got him bundled up in his jacket because it's cold outside. And he's watching the helicopter take off. And then another helicopter crashes into it and blows up. Killed his family, wife, and his son. And he wakes up out of a dead sleep like that. Because that's all he dreams about is watching that helicopter get crashed. Watching his family get burned up alive. They were screaming. And a fiery ball, and it fell into the water. Wasn't no survivors. But he still got that puppy. Now the puppy's done growed up. He's got grown because he's been in New York City living. He's trying to find a cure for this shit. For the plague that's going on. It's turning people into zombies. And he's catching them. He's catching them zombies one at a time, bringing them back to his lab. He's got a lab down. I don't know how he built all this shit. Chapman's.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, I need to put a spare tire on the trailer. Do you have a waiting time?
You need to put a what?
A spare tire on the trailer.
You need to do a service call for us? Because the shop's closed today.
Oh, the shop is closed?
Yeah, we'd be a service call for him to come out and do a tire.
No. Thanks.
Yeah, you can wait till Monday. We'll do it then Monday.
Huh?
I said we can do it Monday. Other than that, it'll be a service call because they're off on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Have a nice one.
You too. He's catching them. He's taking them back to his lab. Bulletproof glass. Like I said, I don't know how he built all this shit, but it's set up and it's a nice setup. He lives upstairs. And he's got like a garage door he drives into and drags them out. He's got them drugged up. Where he drags them out, straps them down to the bed, and he'll come in there with some new serum what he's trying to do the cure. And he's hoping he can find one because it's going to save the world. And he'll hit them girl. The one he had on the stretcher was a girl. How can you tell? She had boobies. Now, I don't want to misgender her, but that's what I'm assuming. She couldn't tell me. She couldn't tell me her pronouns. And I'm assuming it was a girl. How come, Jamie? She had boobies. And he hit her with that shit. And it looked like she calmed down for a minute. Her breathing got real shallow and her blood pressure went down. She had no blood pressure. She's dead. But her blood pressure went down and her heart rate was, because he had the monitors and all over here on the side, and you could beep, 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 beep. And then it kicked off. It didn't save her, and she died. She was screaming like that, trying to get off there, and it had her handcuffed down. And he went crazy mad with it because it's just and it was like number 3042 or something, that one that he's done experimented on. He's thinning out the population up there because they don't breed. They don't breed. But the whole world is like this now. It's infected. So he's got a bunch of people to pick from. How many? 7 billion people. And I think he's the only one left alive. Now he'll take a trip out there to the end of the pier. He's got him a base station set up, a ham radio. He ought to have a license to operate that. That's a FCC violation if he don't. Now he's probably gonna get in trouble because the government will come get your ass if you go out there operating a ham CB radio and you ain't got a ham operator's license. You're going to jail. Now, he's riding around in a stolen Mustang. Who'd he steal it from? The dealership. He went in, he was going to pay money for it. There wasn't nobody there, but the keys is hanging up over there. And he just jumped in and took off. Some bitch stole that car. Now, he's out there driving around shooting deer out the window. And that dog sitting over in the seat having the time of his life, hanging out. You know how dogs like to do when the wind roll down the window so they can stick their head out. But there's lions out there too. Somebody done got out of the zoo up in New York City. There should have been a whole bunch more animals running around. I don't think lions was the only thing they had in the zoo. But that's the only thing you see in the movie. And one of these zombies attacked the lion. Chewed up pretty good. And they're running around and that's how he's getting his meat. Because the shit in the grocery stores done went bad. Electricity's off. Now, he's got a generator set up at his house. All he's got to do is find gas. Greta wouldn't like that one bit with him burning that gas, keeping that generator on. But that's what keeps the zombies away, bright lights and stuff. But Greta wouldn't like that. Now, he'd have set up some solar panels on the roof and maybe a wind farm killing birds. They wouldn't have no problem with it. But he's living in that house and he's putting disinfectant on the door because them zombies can smell real good, like a bloodhound. And he douses it on the doorknobs and stuff when he comes home at night and locks the doors, closes the blinds, pulls the curtains so they can't see inside because they're peepers. Them are some peepers. They're peepers. And black power. They're sort of gray. You can't really tell what color they're. Now, Will Smith is black in this thing. Now, he's riding the streets and he sees this mannequin that he calls Henry or something, like he knows him. He's going, "What are you doing out here? The sun's going down. You better get your ass inside." He's talking. He's done losing it. He's talking to a mannequin. But one of the zombies comes out and sticks his head out in the sunlight and his skin starts burning. Smoking up like that. And he knows that guy's bad. He's like the leader of the zombies. And he's off in town one day and he set a trap with some human blood. He sprinkled it in the canvas. And he's got this thing elaborately. He done kicked off like an armored truck, and it's got a cable tied to it with this in the trap's net. But it's a canvas bag. And he sprinkled some blood in there. And them zombies can smell that blood. I told you they got it like a hound dog. And one of them gets in that thing and he kicks the thing off and the truck falls off and the bag zips up like that and it's got him. And he walks over and bangs it in the head with the rifle to knock it out. And that's another time when that one come out there, he was burning his skin and smoking, because that was his girlfriend that Will Smith had captured. And he knew he was going to take him back and do experiments like a guinea pig in his lab. Now, these things don't come out except at nighttime, or they move around in the dark and like underground in the subways and stuff. Subways is bad, especially in New York City. Today they're bad. During the daytime they're bad. But when Will Smith's there, they're only bad. Well, they're bad all the time when Will Smith's there because there ain't no light. And them zombies move around in the dark. Now his dog got loose. And his dog done went off deep into this building. And ain't no sunlight coming in there. And Will's in there looking for him. He's walking around, he's got a flashlight on his thing. He's putting his hand over the flashlight like, ooh, ooh. And all of a sudden he moves his hand like that. There's a shitload of them over standing in the corner, breathing like that. They're all hemmed up in there like they're hibernating. And he covers the light back up. He said, oh, you can see the sweat running off of him. And he turns the light back on over there, still over there hibernating. He shines it over there, and the dog's up under a desk. And he goes, man, we got to get the hell up out of here. He's talking to the dog. That dog can understand it because they've been living together for a long time. He said, we got to get up out of here. And they take off running, and them things is chasing them. And I think that's when he catches that one outside. But the dog shoots through the hole in the wall, and that's how he gets out. But Will's got to get to the door. And them things is getting closer and closer. You can hear it. Hairs on the back of your neck are standing up because he's running as fast as he can. But them things are super fast because they're zombies. I don't understand that. Zombies shouldn't be moving that fast. Now, I can deal with a zombie if it's a zombie, like an old-timey zombie, that's moving along slow. But if them some bitches is running as fast as they running, I'm going to get eat up because I'm fat. Now, I ain't got to outrun them. I just got to outrun you. And as long as I can outrun you, I'm good. But that dog was fast. So they capture that one and take it back to the thing, and he does an experiment on it, and it don't work. Now, something happened with them. They had some zombie dogs. And the zombie dog, one of them bit his dog. And Will took him back to the house, to the lab. And he's down there in the bottom holding him. And that dog, you can see his eyes. It's got that thing in his eye. And it starts turning. And he, and Will's holding him like this right here. And the dog's trying to bite him. It's like he's got the rabies. And he has to kill him. It's like what's his name? Old Yeller. He had to kill him. He had the rabies. He didn't shoot him though. He choked him out. Just choked him, just strangulated him. And he killed that was the last thing he had from his son, was that dog. And then he run up and finally found somebody that was wandering around. I don't know how they survived. He had been broadcasting on the CB. I told you he was a ham operator without a license. Breaker 19. Breaker 19. Is there anybody out there? This is Dr. Will Smith. My wife's been cheating on me with my son's friend. I'm sort of heartbroken. She's bald-headed too. And I'm sort of heartbroken. She used to be hot. She ain't hot no more. What's up, Frederica? Kick.com, Frederica. Yeah, she's been sleeping around on me. Thinks she runs the house over here. I don't know what the hell's wrong with this business. What's wrong with these ladies nowadays? They think they don't need a man. They're gonna find out when I ain't here to pay the bills. But if you can hear this broadcast, I'm down here every day at between 12 and 1. Come to the pier, and we can hook up if you can hear this. Because zombies don't listen to the radio. And we'll be talking to you later. Is anyone there? Come on back, truckers, and talk to Teddy Bear. And then the truckers pulled up out front. Teddy Bear was in a wheelchair. He couldn't walk, but he loved to talk to the truckers on the CB. He said, Breaker 19. Is there anyone there? Come on back, truckers, and talk to Teddy Bear. And he said, hey, Teddy Bear, what you got going on over there, man? He said, I'm hauling this load of cantaloupe out of Texas, headed up to Detroit City. I can stop by there and give you a ride in my 18-wheeler if you don't mind. Because his dad was a trucker. Dad got killed in a bad car accident. But he's talking to these truckers, and these truckers are coming off the road, and they're swinging by, picking him up, taking him for a ride. And the trucks was lined up as far as you can see around the block. His mama worked down there at the bar and grill. She slung hash. She's a waitress. Good looking woman though. But Teddy Bear, he's riding around in the truck just grinning from ear to ear. And just as soon as one would drop him off or nothing, they'd pick him up and take him for another ride. And they did that until they run out of gas. Oh yeah, we was back in New York City. Now, he went down to the picante sauce factory, and they had a bunch of jars already jarred up before the thing hit, and he took a bunch of them back. Now, the only thing about it was the corn chips had done got stale because they don't last long. And he didn't know how to make corn chips. What you got to do is you got to go down there, like down in Mexico when Stan took his son off American Dad down there, and that hooker was sitting up in there with her legs. She had little bitty tiny legs. And she was making them for tortilla things. That's how you make them. You cut them up and you fry them. That's how you make corn chips. And she was doing them things with her legs. And they come outside and puke. That shit was funny as hell. Hold on, I'm going to see if I can find that. It was funny. It'd be nice if I had Drizzy on here. I don't know where the hell he's at. Let's see. Here she is.
Here we are, son. Behind that door lies a...
This is what he was. He went down there and got the picante sauce, but he didn't have no Mexican hooker.
goddess who will usher you into adulthood. Man, I'm excited. Should I get one too? No. I mean, maybe. No. I don't know. Probably. Woo! That was unexpected.
Was she cooking?
I don't know what the plan was for that tortilla. Ooh. Not to worry, though. Plenty of first-class cat houses down here. We'll just go to another. Now, this is more like it, eh?
Take your pick of the ladies. Line up, girls.
Pick me. No, pick me, Papi. I do it better.
The hell's going on down here?
Well, son, I guess finding a good brothel...
This is down in Mexico. This is where you go to pick up the good prostitutes.
It's a bit like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I'm sure the third one will be just right.
Kick.com /
I was wrong! The third one was the worst!
Horchata! Horchata deliciosa!
Dad, this is awful. Can
That's
we go
terrible.
home?
You think I'm not upset? I wanted to watch my little boy with a whore. Seriously, Mexico?
They done stole his damn wheels. Well, anyways, Will Smith he went back to the house, but he had a truckload of that damn salsa. And he's using damn stale corn chips. He says taco night. Taco Tuesday, I think it was. And he was making tacos, and he had all the fixings except for guacamole. Because we didn't have no avocado trees in New York City. They don't grow up here. He's going to have to get some shipped in from California. Only thing is everybody's dead. Flat Earth, what's the name? Where you calling from?
Hey, how you doing?
What's up? How you doing?
Good, good. Hey, do you guys still have a parking for the 53-footer?
Yeah, we still got parking.
How much is that parking for a day?
A day, 25 a day.
How much?
25 a day.
Oh, 25 a day. Okay, boss. Thank you.
All right. And that, what was we talking about? Oh yeah, he couldn't get no guacamole shipped out here because the avocados growed out there. And now Florida's got some avocados. They got them big, gigantic ones. Daddy used to bring back bags of them things. I love guacamole. I'm part Mexican myself and Indian, so I can talk about this. I ain't never been to Mexico to get no hookers. Now I have been to Punta Cana, and I've been down somewhere in Mexico, Punta Cana and somewhere else. It was lovely. It was beautiful down there. You go to the bars down there and they just pour drinks in your mouth. You pay a cover charge at the door, like $15. And all the drinks is included. Drunk as shit, chasing crabs on the beach. Some of the prettiest water I ever seen. And it wasn't Punta Cana. Punta Cana has pretty water too though. But where we stayed at down there, I don't remember where it was. But when you fly in, man, the water's so clear you can see the bottom of the ocean. Look at that shark. And then that girl's out there swimming around and she's on her period, and blood attracts sharks. I don't know if you know that, but that's how they caught that one in Jaws. Is they was chumming. He's out there throwing the buckets of chum. He put some of that Aqua Velva on there, or the Brute 33 shit. And that's what he was breathing, because that shit stunk. He's out there in the hot sun, guts and fish heads and all that stuff, and he's chumming. And that's when he said, we need a bigger boat. We're going to have a bigger boat. You see the size of that shark? It's bigger than this boat. We're going to have a bigger boat, because the shark's bigger than this boat. So we ain't going to be able to pull him in. And they shot barrels into him. Now, I ain't never seen one stay down with 3 barrels on him. And then the barrels is out there popping up and down in the water like this, like he's down there dancing. After he done shot the harpoon thing into him with the rope. And then the barrel comes on and he said, don't miss him. They don't wait on me. And he's tying that thing as fast as he can. Time! And what he had went back and got a tracker device, like a GPS thing, the thing they put on the phones. That's how they tracked all them people up there January 6th. It works. Same thing they did with the 2,000 mules. But then nobody said, what are you talking about? You know damn good and well what we talking about. Show me some proof. Right there. Well, that don't count. We don't want to see that proof. But with January 6th, track down grandma because she's walking around in there taking pictures. Put her in prison. How long she gonna get? We're gonna give her about 7 years. She ain't gonna make it. She ain't gonna, she's 73 years old. Well, Frank's that old. Well, Frank's young. Frank can do that sort of thing. He's a young 73. He works every day. He won't buy that boy no headphones, though. I don't understand that. We're going to talk to some people. We're going to fix that shit. Frederica. Keyboard weird. All right, Frederica. Anyway, getting back to the movie. Chapman's.
Was she trespassing?
Was who trespassing?
So, if she was old and she was over there taking pictures, and they round.
No, she wasn't trespassing because the police had allowed her to come in. They said, come on in, Grandma. That's on that footage, that 40,000 hours worth of security footage that nobody's been able to see. That's why the shaman is appealing his sentence, because Tucker Carlson showed the police escorting him through the place. The police escorted him through the whole Capitol.
Tucker Carlson just got sued for $700 million.
Tucker did or Fox did?
They're the same platform.
Well, all they got to do is take it to court. They did a settlement.
Well, how you mean they took it to court? They said, no, we'd rather not show you what they.
Yeah, I know. That shows that they're part of it. It shows that they're part of it, Frederica. That shows you that they're part of it. All they got to do is take it to court, like Mike Lindell's doing. Mike Lindell said we're going to court with it. Mike Lindell's being sued by the same. Frederica. Mike Lindell's being sued by the same people. Dominion.
No, he had to pay $5 million.
No, he said he's going to court with it.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah, but because why? Because it's going to show the truth, And then guess what Fox News is going to have to do? Fox News is then going to have to pay the people that they defamed and said it didn't happen. It's all going to come out, Frederick. You just sit back and watch.
They didn't take it to court. They settled out of court for $700.
Yeah, they settled. Why would they settle out of court, Frederick?
Because they don't want you to know they lied to you.
Lying to me about what?
Why would you think?
What are they lying to me about? Because I've seen the same videos.
No, they're lying to you while they pay
Why? What are they lying to me about?
the fake election. The trucks pulling up. All of that 2000.
What do you mean a fake election? I done showed you plenty of proof. And y'all go, they ain't took it to court. That's because no judge will allow it. That should tell you that our justice system is crooked. That they won't allow you to show evidence in court. I don't want to hear this bullshit. You just keep on believing what you believe, and then the next time a black person gets killed or kills somebody and he goes to prison, I don't want to hear you bitching about the crooked justice system. Good day, sir. Ain't called in what, 2 weeks? He's been missing because he's been in jail. Calls up here and gets my blood pressure stirred up when I'm trying to do a movie review about what's the name of that movie? Zombie something. No. What was the name of it? Anyways, getting back to Will Smith, his old lady's cheating on him. She's sleeping with everybody that comes over. Can't even have his kids' friends over. Why? Because she's over there sucking their dicks. Well, that's just wrong, Ma. What? We're wanting to play Call of Duty and you're in here doing this shit to my friends. Stop. Whore. But Will got mad. Now, I'd get mad too, but it ain't his fault. It's hers. He ain't doing nothing you wouldn't do. You need to check your old lady. She's the problem. He wouldn't be getting his willy sucked if she wasn't sucking it. Da-da. You can't do this, Jamie. I can't. It's a family. Legend. That's it, legend. Where's Butch at? Butch is slacking. So anyways, some girl comes up and meets him at the pier because he's been ham broadcasting radio out there. Like Casey Kasem. And she shows up and is so trained and they do a dance off out there because he ain't dancing nobody in a while. And she ain't a half bad looking girl. But come to find out, she's negative. One of them ain't got the virus. And then them things bust into his lab. And he's inside. And that thing's just beating on the bulletproof glass. Beating on it. And Will Smith's inside. And it's damn near at the end of the movie. And Will Smith's inside. He knows he's a goner. Because that thing out there is mad. Because he kidnapped his girlfriend. The zombie's girlfriend. And Will Smith, he knows Will Smith did it. Because he's seen him that day. And he's got the scar on the side of his face where he stuck it out in the sunlight. And Will Smith's in there laughing at him. Pointing to her dead body over there. And that's making him madder. And he's just banging his head on his head. And it's cracking. And that shit's about that thick. How thick is it? It's thicker than amber turd. And he's trying to get to him. And what Will Smith does, he's got some grenades in there with him. I don't know where he picked them up because that's illegal to have a grenade. Or a fully automatic weapon unless you got a federal firearm license. You can't have that sort of... I don't even know if you can get a damn grenade if you got a federal firearm license. Can you? I need to give him one if we can. But he's in there with grenades. Well, he is in the military. And what he does, that thing's cracking. It's getting closer. He pops the pins. And as long as you hold the spoons, the little things on the side, as long as you hold them, is what I heard. When you pull the pins, they won't go off. When you release them, and you got you're supposed to count to 3 and then throw it. All the war movies I ever seen, that's how they did it. They pull the pin, release it, and then throw it. And it blows up. Now you got to be a good thrower. They call them pineapples. That movie, that legend movie with Will Smith. Will Smith in New York City when the zombies. You never seen that I Am Legend? Will Smith's riding around he's up in New York City and they done blow the bridges up because of zombies everywhere. Well, you ought to watch this because I'm telling you about the movie. Now, Will Smith's wife, she's been having sex with her son's friend.
That's in real life though.
Yeah, and he's still pissed off about it.
Yeah.
Cause he slapped the shit out of what's called about it because he was talking. He said, keep my wife's name out of your mouth.
I think that stays.
And she's bald too though. She's got a disease. So you can't talk about it
What?
because she's bald.
Bald?
Yeah, you can't talk about it because it's a disease, and she's black. What? Well, you can probably get a chance because she's a whore.
So?
Look, he said that tires are right in front outside. He was said put a used one on it. It's on the truck. Over there. Right front outside. He said put a used one on it. He said it's not a steer tire.
On the drive?
Right front outside. Yeah.
On the drive?
Yeah.
On what truck?
The one that's over. He didn't tell me no number. He said he just
One
said
needs one on the
huh?
just one needs one on the outside.
Yeah, he said it's flat.
The Mark 22, I think.
I don't know, he just said put a used one on there. He thought it was a steer and then he come back over here and told me it was a drive.
Thanks for that Mark 22.
All right. We'll put one of them on it. Just let me know what size it is. Chris Rock. Yeah, Chris Rock got the shit slapped. Chris Rock's a pussy. It was Chris Rock he slapped, wasn't it? Yeah, I think so. Chris Rock roasted his ass for that shit though. Now anyways, he's done popped the pins on them things. He's standing there holding them. And that guy's still trying to get to him because of what he did to his girlfriend. And he finally breaks in there and it blows up. And the next thing you know, you see this lady, the lady that was staying with him, she's driving. I think she got a kid with her. She's driving. And they run into this gate. It's a gated community. Walls is racist. What are you racist against? The zombies. Well, you can't be racist against. You got to all inclusive. Let them all come up in here. But if someone's just eating our brains, we don't care. So that's how the movie ends. And that is I Am Legend with Will Smith. And Jada Pinkett, she directed this, Cleopatra.
And Cleopatra.
I would die for Egypt. What would you die for? I am Isis. I am a god.
As long as she's alive, she is the pharaoh.
My father's will names me co-ruler of Egypt.
Julius Caesar is aware that Cleopatra is one of the best educated women in the Mediterranean. He wants to be
Well, how come they didn't turn him black? Why didn't they make him black?
king to Cleopatra's queen.
There is no future without the past.
She was using these relationships with Mark Antony to protect herself and her country.
There is no Rome without Egypt.
Cleopatra was trying to save the country that she loved from destruction.
So she was whoring herself out just to save her country, but that's patriotic.
I did what I had to do to protect what is mine.
This is a woman exercising power.
Cleopatra was a Ptolemaic ruler.
The very first Ptolemy is a general of Alexander the Great. It's possible that she was an Egyptian.
I imagine her to have curly hair like me and a similar skin color.
I remember my grandmother saying to me, I don't care what they tell you in school, Cleopatra was black.
No, she's black. She's got to be black. I don't care what they tell you in school. They're lying to you. All we got to hear is all the black, 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 black. Reparations, black power. There you go.
She has become an icon.
Hey, look at that white boy's hitting that shit. Yeah, Frederick, how you like that?
I'm a god.
Mark Anthony was digging her guts out. She's black. Why did she do that? Because she's a whore. She sold her country. Well, she was saving her country. So that's a patriotic whore.
Queen of kings.
Her story resonates with every woman.
Yeah. Now let's do the little black mermaid. We all changed her. She still got red hair because black people don't have red hair. Well, she's a mermaid. Well, I don't care. Black people don't have red hair. I don't care what you say. Well, I seen Donna Brazile. She's got blonde hair. Well, Donna Brazile's a traitor to this country. There must be some accountability here. Elon Musk responds to a report that Secretary of State Blinken organized intel letter defaming Hunter laptop story as Russian disinformation. Blinken.
Was
respond, and then we're gonna have follow-up
If this is true about Russia, Ukraine, China, other countries, Iraq, if this is true, then he's a corrupt politician. So don't give me the stuff
Hell yeah, he's corrupt.
about how you're this innocent baby.
Corrupt to the core.
You're a corrupt politician. Nobody.
President Trump, I want to stay on the issue of race. We're talking about the issue.
From hell.
President Trump.
Second part of what movie?
Race
Talking
right
about
now, and I do
Legend?
want to stay on the issue of race. President Trump,
And I
you've
have
just
to respond to that.
Please,
Because look,
very quick.
there are 50 former national intelligence folks who said that what he's accusing me of is a Russian plan. They have said that this has all the five former heads of the CIA, both parties say what he's saying is a bunch of garbage. Nobody believes it except his and his good friend Rudy Giuliani.
You mean the laptop is now another Russia hoax?
That's exactly what.
Is this
that's
where you're
exactly what.
This is where he's going.
That's exactly, see right here where he's doing that. That's exactly what was told. He said, it's the wrap up smear campaign that Nancy Pelosi told you. It's exactly what was told. Well, who told them? Well, we did. And they report on it, and then you go, look, that's what they said. It's the wrap up smear campaign.
The laptop is Russia,
Gentlemen,
Russia.
I want to stay on the issue of race.
You
okay?
have to be kidding. Here we
Mr.
go
President?
again with Russia.
Here we go again with Russia. I wanted to see what's going on. I wanted to see this Elon Musk thing. I thought it was Elon Musk. That's Blinken right there. Secretary of State orchestrated in a hoax in which 51 government officials falsely accused the Russian government of disinformation in order to cover up Biden family corruption. Is it any wonder that American diplomacy is held at such low regard? Elon Musk says there needs to be some accountability here. Spies who lie. And it's a New York Post. Spies who lie. Look at all of them. They're all white. Racist sons of bitches. We know they're lying. How do you know that? Because they're white. That's cat turd. President Trump tells General Michael Flynn, stay in good health, Mike, and get ready.
Along with a friend of mine and a very brave person, somebody that got it very early and
Get ready,
went
Mike.
through hell, and he handled it like the brave man he is, General
Miss Cleo.
Flynn. Where's Michael? Where is Michael? Thank you, Michael.
I am
Great
ready.
guy.
I cannot wait for this to come out.
You stay in good health, Michael. Get ready, okay? It's not long. Year and a half, Michael. Just stay healthy. And another one that we...
Stay healthy and get ready, Mike. We're going to need you back up there, buddy. J.K. Rowling brutally mocks transgender activists boycotting Harry Potter television show. Outrageous transgender activists once again on Friday by brutally mocking their efforts to boycott a new television series based on her iconic books. Dreadful news, which I feel duty-bound to share. Activists in my mentions are trying to organize yet another boycott of my work, this time of the Harry Potter TV show. As forewarned is forewarned. Forewarned is forearmed. I've taken the precaution of laying in a large stock of champagne. People who menstruate. I'm sure there used to be a word for those people. Someone help me out. Wombud, opinion creating a more equal post-COVID-19 world for people who menstruate. Woman of the year. This is what a woman who owns a dictionary and a backbone looks like. Apparently under a Labor government today will become we who must not be named day. War, peace, freedom, and slavery, ignorance, and strength. The penicized individual who raped you is a woman. That girl that got you pregnant in prison while you were in prison was really a man. Why do you tell? He had a penis. Bragg cave Jim Jordan won. Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg drops appeal. Former Clinton lawyer and ex-prosecutor will testify. Good. Hopefully that shit's televised. White House condemns Bud Light boycott, says dangerous rhetoric and virtualic language and violence needs to stop. Video. Oh, because we don't want a transgender out here selling us Bud Light. Get that freak off the TV. Tired of seeing this shit.
Transgender.
And you can take me down over there, YouTube, if you want to. You can kiss my ass. That ain't no woman. It's a man.
Actor and influencer Dylan Mulvaney.
You heard what I said, YouTube.
Have been the target of a barrage of.
Well, you can't say that. He thinks he's a woman. Well, I don't care what he thinks he is. He's still a man. I ain't going to be part of your bullshit because you don't want her feelings hurt. Stop hurting my feelings by trying to tell me a lie. I don't want to hear your shit. If you are born with a penis, you're a male. I don't care what's going on in your mind, you're still a male. I'm just trying to bring you back to reality. If you're born with a vagina, you're a girl. I don't care what's going on in your mind. Maybe you need to stop drinking the Kool-Aid or sniffing the glue or whatever the hell you're doing that's making you think these things. But if you have a penis, you're a male. If you have a vagina, you're female. That's science. Trust the science. Y'all people over there on that side says trust the science all the time, except when the science don't fit your bullshit. Then you don't want to listen to the science.
Attacks from anti-trans individuals online after she did an ad with Bud Light a couple of weeks ago.
That's right, Butch.
She's someone who has been here to the White House. She interviewed the president last year. He had a lot of warm words.
His name is Dylan. It's a guy. And y'all out here in the media going, she.
Has anyone here at the White House reached out to her since she...
Well, that's what she claims. Flat Earth, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey.
Hey.
Jimmy.
Buck.
Hey, on the one over here, one that they just got moved.
I don't know. He just told me he had one over there.
What's that truck is it, you said?
Huh? It's a tractor.
What's that truck is it?
What side? It says a right front outside. Passenger side, front outside.
Passenger side, front outside. I don't fucking know. I don't know where's that.
You got his number? You ain't got Roland's number?
Oh yeah, I don't think they do.
That's odd.
Little more time. Right, passenger side.
Front, yeah, right front outside. Right front outside.
Well, that got to be a fucking one of the big trucks again.
Yeah, it's a tractor.
Well, they got the box trucks too, though, don't they?
Yeah, it ain't a box truck. It's a tractor. It's one of the big trucks.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it ain't a box truck.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I want to see talking about that boat.
I don't know.
Right. Thank you.
Hey, let me look on there. Let me see if there's a work order in there. That's got his number. Hold on. Hey. It hung up on it. Damn. My phone. Hey, here's the number for him. You ready? Huh? No, I just got his number. It ain't a work order. No, I just got it. You got his number?
No, I got a tire.
You see which one it is?
Yeah, 295.
Okay. So it's Low Pro 225?
Yeah, it's on a red truck.
Okay. Hey, what's the truck number?
The truck number is, truck number is, they got truck number, 0003.
0003.
Yeah,
You said it's low approach 125?
yeah.
All right.
The Lamar was front.
He got 11 Mars on the steer?
Yeah.
Why the hell is he doing that?
Oh yeah, Lamar on the steer and look over the back.
That's stupid. All right, Buck. All right, I'll get it rolled up.
Alright, I'll just put this over here.
Okay. All right.
Alright.
All right, bye.
She became the target of these attacks.
So I don't have any calls to review at this time, and I don't have anything to say specifically about this report, but what I can say, when a transgender American...
Criticism of Dylan McVaney Bud Light campaign is violence. So criticism now is violence. You can't even criticize me, that's your violent. Does that work the same way? If you criticize me, can I call you violent?
Post a video about a brand of beer they enjoy.
Y'all over here on YouTube, go to kick.com, KICK.com, / Jamie Chapman, because we don't do the show over here on YouTube all the time. Because YouTube's commies. And they don't allow free speech. So we do it over on kick.com. A lot of people are moving from Twitch because they pay out better. And they don't silence you. Kick.com, KICK.com, / Jamie Chapman. We'll see you over there. Y'all come see us. We still do the show every day. We just don't do it on here all the time.
And it leads to bomb threats. It's clear that that level of violence and vitriol against transgender Americans has to stop. And the president has been very clear. I just laid this out. The administration is going to do everything that they can to protect LGBTQI plus people who are under attack. And that's what we
LGBTQ plus IAA. Intersex, I forget what the A and the A stands for. But somebody said last night, I was watching a video and he was talking about it. He said it was the gay alphabet or some shit like that.
seeing across the country, especially in state houses. And so we're going
He said you're going to have to figure out what the gay alphabet is because LGBTQ plus IAA.
And they should be able to speak out against, and we should be able to speak out, and others should be able to.
Intersex, A is, the first A was something and the second A was something else. I don't know. Anisexual or something, I don't know. And he said he had to look it up, what these words meant. And one of the A's was having sex with yourself. I'm guilty.
Against hate and discrimination. But look.
Don't nobody love me like I do. And I don't cheat on me neither.
That type of dangerous rhetoric, that type of vitriolic language and violence, that needs to stop.
Notice she's lying when she's talking, blinking her eyes and looking down. Can't look you in the eyes because she's lying through her teeth. California will use the National Guard to combat fentanyl crisis. Why don't you just put some people down at the border? Take that National Guard and put them down at the border and say, don't come across here. We're going to pump holes full of your body. Pump holes full of your body. Whose side are they on? Republican senators help them advance Biden's judicial nominees. Well, that's because these Republicans are just as crooked as the Democrats. They're no different. They're all crooked. Shocking video, Washington Middle School under investigation for holding whipped cream licking contest for teachers and students. Oh, ooh, that's sexy right there. They doing sexy stuff now. Oh my God. Look at how freaky we are. How freaky are you? Look. Oh, that's my teacher. I've had a crush on her for a long time. Yeah, that's so gross. And they're just going to keep licking on the damn thing. Keep licking on. Everybody's taking turns licking on this. Yeah, what the heck? This is why our students are so stupid. because they're doing junk like this in school instead of teaching them shit. Yeah, it is so gross, sick, perverted. It's because it is wrong. See, it looks so wrong because it is wrong. North Carolina volleyball player speaks out after trans player spiked her in the face, causing concussion, major neck injury, and a learning disability. And I got a learning disability because I got hit in the face. That's where that guy spiked the ball in that girl's face. Well, that's because men are better players. And if that had been a guy that got spiked in the face, he wouldn't be having all them disabilities coming up on him. Woke Bud Light executive behind transgender Dylan McVaney marketing campaign takes a leave of absence. I'm getting reamed out here. Colin Rugg says just in, Bud Light's marketing vice president Alyssa Hershenshield is taking a leave of absence. Here she is slandering her customer base is fratty and out of touch as she defends the decision to hire a tranny to promote their products. If Bud Light is smart, they will fire her. Well, don't say her. It says, if Bud Light is smart, they will fire. She should have been fired. I'd have brought her. Who hired? I'd have fired the person that hired her. What are you thinking? Well, I'm just trying to be inclusive. Well, curly-haired French fry girl up there, that's a inclusivity hire. Look how great she's doing. Lying to us all the time. She got it. Why don't she get it? Because she's black and she's gay. That's why she got the job. Inclusivity hire. Same thing with Pete Buttigieg. He got the job because he's white and gay. Everybody in the damn Biden administration seems to be gay as hell. What the hell's going on up there? Y'all don't have no straight people left in the world? Controversial Koenig company dismisses all charges against Catherine Egelbrecht and Greg Phillips after links to China exposed. True to Vote evaluates options to hold company accountable. And this is the same thing that would have happened with the Fox News if they had took this shit to court. Dominion. Y'all cheated. Well, there ain't been no proof. I done showed you plenty of proof. The courts won't allow it to come in because they had to say, look at the proof. Y'all finna tear our system down over here. Well, your system's finna be tore down anyhow. The dollar's going out of style. The banks is finna lose power. Then what's going to happen?
We have good news. Let's get Greg Phillips in here from True the Vote. Greg, you guys, you and Catherine Engelbrecht actually got thrown in prison for standing your ground here on True the Vote about this company. It's a little dicey. I think they filed.
I'm getting some coffee, woman. Robbie! Robbie Downtown Brown.
Yes, we dropped all of this information onto a new website that Catherine and I launched on Monday called Open Inc. On Tuesday morning, they reached out to our lawyers. By Wednesday morning, the suit was dropped.
So walk me through that. You put up all the information that you guys had, that you've been working on, and you had the great briefing. I think it was the summer of 21, if I remember. You had it
summer of 21.
22, yeah, it was August 13th.
2022.
August 13th.
Y'all over here on YouTube that are watching, go to kick.com, kick.com/Jamie Chapman. That's where we're at every day because YouTube silences us. Come over there. Kick.com don't care what you say. As long as you ain't breaking the law, they allow you to have free speech in your own opinion. Not YouTube. No. Why is that? Because they're colluding with the government to take down this country. It'll all be proven. Guess what? When it is, it's already been proven. The shit y'all were giving me hard strike for over here on YouTube has already been proven now. Y'all are allowing that shit. You know, the CDC's come out and said the masks don't work. The jabs don't work. It come from Wuhan, not the wet market, the lab.
You had
it's coming out.
In Arizona.
Truth, that's a good thing about truth. You ain't got to defend it. It'll defend itself like a line. Not like a lying ass YouTube person over there is going, we're not colluding with the federal government. Twitter file says otherwise.
They were like 100 degrees, 110 degrees. Everybody hung in there.
Y'all
They were
bitches
blown
got
away.
caught. He said we caught them all. Trump said it. We caught all of them. Now let's see what happens. Chapman.
Here's Dark Brandon coming with the facts.
Hold up. What kind of facts you got there? Where you been at?
Man, don't worry, I've been on vacation.
Hold up, man. Somebody told me you was in jail.
They lied to you. Hell, I go to jail for.
I don't know. What did you go to jail for? What did you go to jail for?
I ain't go to jail.
You didn't go to jail?
It's public record. All you got to do is search me and find me if I went to jail.
Oh, okay.
So I ain't go to no jail.
You didn't go to jail?
Nope.
You've been missing for a long time. You've been missing for at least a week. I ain't heard from you at least a week.
Well, I got the battle in mind, though. I was growing tired, just like listening to the same thing every day. So I was like, man, let me see where he at in 2 weeks. And y'all still stuck in, like, I don't know what it is. You know, everybody's crooked except your party.
No, my party's crooked too. What are you talking about? I'd say my party's crooked. You're the one that says your party ain't crooked. I say it all the time. My party's crooked as shit.
And they all crooked. I've been saying they all ball from the Federal Reserve. And now y'all eyes are waking up when they want to make cuts to shit now and come to the table about Social Security. I hope they don't.
Come to the table about Social Security. Ain't got nothing to do with Social Security. They trying to. The Republicans have come out and said they're going to increase the debt ceiling, but they're not going to do no taxes, and they're going to cut spending. Now the Democrats are not going to do it and go, it's the Republicans' fault. No, they come with a plan and said we're going to raise the debt ceiling, but we're going to cut spending on bullshit. So now the Democrats has got to go, well, they're cutting spending. What can I get money for? What kind of perk can I get?
They cutting spending on. Don't just listen to the propaganda.
Okay, I ain't listening to propaganda.
Dig into the bill.
Okay, well tell me what's in the bill. What's in it?
Yeah, you don't know.
Well, I'm asking you what's in it. You said you dug into the bill. What's in it?
They trying to cut money for veterans. They trying to cut the Department of Defense budget. They taking money out of the citizens that's already getting it. It's another way of.
You know how we can get rid of all of this? Well, how are we in debt? How much money did we send to Ukraine?
We owe the Federal
How much
Reserve.
money?
Listen.
How much money did we send to Ukraine?
A lot. The same amount we sent.
$160 billion to Ukraine. We sent that money. We sent that money to Ukraine, $160 billion.
Yeah.
How do you do that when you're in debt? How do you do that? Who did that? Who did that? Frederica. Frederica, who did that?
Trump and Jared Kushner.
Frederica, who did that? Frederica, who sent that money to Ukraine?
Listen, see how
I'm asking you who sent the money there. Listen, this is why you're not saying who did it. Who sent the money there?
our politicians.
No. Every Republican went against it, voted against it. Who sent the money there? Who sent the money there?
Both the Federal Reserve.
So if Republicans vote against Frederica, if Republicans vote against it, how can you say everybody?
Because enough Republicans didn't vote against it.
Listen, Frederica. Every Republican voted against it. Every one of them.
That's a lie.
What do you mean that's a lie? That's record.
That's a lie.
You know when they do these votes, it's a record. It's called proof. Sort of like video proof that I tried to show. See, you don't like facts.
No, they are.
You don't like facts, Frederica. I show you video proof of somebody doing something and you go, well, that's not what they're doing. You go look at the record of who voted to send that money to Ukraine. Every Republican voted against it.
Listen, I can
Okay.
tell.
I ain't going to argue with you, dumbass.
Figure out you've been fooled.
Now, what do you mean fooled? So have you been fooled too, Frederica? Frederica, have you been fooled? Have you been fooled?
Trump kept coming out saying, I trust China's data. They got it under control. We only got 15 cases. China's being real transparent all the way up into April. The sun's gonna come out and kill the virus. I trust China.
Trump told you it come from China. Trump told you it come from China.
Who gives a fuck what?
Well, what do you mean? What are you saying? Trump said it comes from there and they called him a racist. He said it come from China and they called him a racist. He said it come from China and they called him a racist. Just like when he said just like when they said there was Mexican rapists coming across the border, they said, well, that's racist. Shut up, Frederica. Get off the damn phone. This is your bullshit. Go call your other show.
And then these guys had charges brought against them, but they came after you hard, and the judge, for you guys...
People will never learn it. Always been about they, them, theirs.
Catherine in jail for
the 3 T's.
Yeah, they put us in jail.
R3, free madness.
Put us in solitary confinement. Put Catherine in this thing called medical solitary, which is basically...
We've been lied to by both sets of politicians. They're all crooks. Democrats and Republicans. They're all crooks.
A cell with a window on it, so all the men, women, everybody walking by her cell could see her, and basically just put her on display to try to embarrass her, humiliate her. But you know, she always does.
I'd have took a shit in the floor if I'd have been her, and made them clean it up. I ain't cleaning that shit up. I don't work here. Y'all got me locked up in this bitch. I ain't cleaning that shit up. You better hurry up and let me up out of this bitch, or I'm gonna keep shitting in the floor.
Stood up on me. They put me in EdSeg back with the really bad guys in the medium security prison, and just left us there for a while. And I tell you, Steve, I mean,
it's like a third world country we live in because our justice system is fucking corrupt. Oh, they're going after Trump because he paid off a prostitute, a porn star. Is the time limit gone on it? Well, yeah, the time limit's gone. Well, then what are you doing? Oh, we're going after Trump because you can't let him run again. If he gets back up there in office, we're shit out of luck.
No, okay, Catherine, we got out. I tell everybody the story. We got out. The first thing Catherine did, we get in the car with our security team, and Catherine said, "You know what I learned in prison?" And I said, "I don't care what you learned. I want to fight. Let's go." And here we are, and we're happy that it's over. And but you know, there was a lot of concern here, right? There's some what we believe judicial misconduct. Certainly these demons,
judicial misconduct. And the ones that are doing this shit should be stripped of their bar license.
They shouldn't have been doing. And then finally, you've got Connick.
It should be charged.
An original complaint that we had improperly accessed their computer, meaning hacked their computer. All of that's been dropped. All of it. The defamation, the hacking claim, everything has been dropped. And you know, it's time to fight now.
When you say time to fight, one of the big concerns is about the servers being in mainland China, these guys being associated with the Chinese Communist Party. Obviously, every company in mainland China or associated with mainland China is associated with the Chinese Communist Party. They have political officers in, commissars in everywhere. Where do you guys go next on this? When you say fight, where are you going to take it?
Well, we're leaving every single option open. We're absolutely going to fight against these guys, but this guy's still in trouble out in L.A. One of the things at that pit meeting, one of the L.A. prosecuting investigators was there at that meeting. He was then arrested, and then they dropped it. There was a bunch of dust up about all of that, but that has been kicked down the road here. He's now got a hearing coming up in May. When he was arrested, I was just listening to Mike talk about the, whatever it was, 12, 15, 30 terabytes
Time
of data.
ain't work.
They have 300 terabytes of data. They have every single thing they need to put this guy in jail for the rest of his life. All of this election data, all of the PI
Frank's on there.
Was in mainland
Frank,
China,
what's up?
On those servers, and they can't get out of it.
Frank still ain't got his badge.
Out of this. And I think that
Frank still ain't got his badge.
And some of the things that we know become more public, and people recognize that all of the voter rolls were in China.
It says free madness.
In places like Pennsylvania, it wasn't just Allegheny County. Allegheny County had connected Connick to the state's voter rolls, and so those were in China. And to make matters worse, there were several other high-profile companies, let's say, that were connected directly to the Connick database. And,
R33, if you're new over here, click the follow button because we do this show every day.
You know, the stuff about the PCAPs and all that kind of stuff.
And then we also play Call of Duty.
Unfortunately.
Don't get me started talking about the Call of Duty that we play over here. It's another kick channel, but we play Call of Duty on there. It's great.
For the bad guys, the war against good and evil has taken a decided turn for the good. We have all of the goods on this stuff, and there's just no way out of it. The LA County prosecutors have 300 plus terabytes of data in a lockbox or in a storeroom out there, and there's just nowhere for the guys to go. But this is nevertheless a huge victory for freedom, a huge victory for
1 hour and 35 minutes. You sure about that?
Steve, that
I think it's longer than that.
you
Aaron.
are a friggin' warrior.
Probably closer to 3.5, maybe 4.
Here's the thing. Can you imagine if Fox News Corporation, the day that lawsuit
It's
against
reefer
them
madness.
dropped, instead of turning tail and running, had hired Greg Phillips to investigate this? Because Steve, the one thing that all Fox would have had to do was demonstrate there was issues with voting machines. That's all they would have had to do. This guy's got how many terabytes, Greg? Do you have? Can you imagine,
3.
Steve? All of this, and this is like you got Lindell, you got Phillips.
They
here,
settled it because
you
they
got
didn't want that
Fox.
coming out.
They could have been intertwined.
Yeah, I want to frame this right because I don't want the Fox thing is the Murdochs, and the Murdochs, they got their own associations.
You know why they did it?
They're just as guilty.
I want everybody to understand something about Catherine Engelbrecht and Greg Phillips, who are two patriots and warriors.
All right, if you're over here on YouTube, we're going back to kick.com. Kick.com/Jamie Chapman. We'll see you over there, or we'll see you on the gaming side. Later.
Workers voting